Good morning. I just wanted to do a quick update on Pudsey Couture, where I'm at and where the project is headed next. So I've just got off a call from the BBC Children in Need team and I was just telling them more about the project and putting it on their radar. So where I am at as of, what is the date? Friday the 31st of July. So the first piece is sourced, the Manchester B shirt, which I mentioned in a previous video. The first school is confirmed. I'm going in September to meet the children, tell them more about the project and get them involved. I've launched the docu-series. That's a really hard word to say. I've launched the docu-series on socials, which if you're watching this, you've probably seen that. I suppose this is part of the docu-series. And the Just Giving page is live, which you can donate here. So I'm just asking to donate £1. I know with the cost of living and everything at the moment, people don't have as much to spare as usual. So I'm just asking if you can contribute £1. You can donate it at the Just Giving page, but there's other ways to get involved. So if you'd like to donate fabric or a message of hope, just email here. So the timeline, this is the planned timeline. So July, August, which July's gone. So August, school's joining, which is going to be tough because they're on some holidays, but I'm going to contact all the schools and when they get back they'll have a message waiting from me and hopefully I can get some more schools involved. Community donations, so I'm going to reach out to different communities, also people I know, anyone I think that'll get on board and can contribute and be a part of it. Story collection, I'm going to invite people of different backgrounds, different communities, all ages into the boutique and hopefully share messages of hope. So maybe like just a little piece of camera which I can put in this docu-series where they explain why they want to get involved, what the fabric represents to them, things like that. The first docu-series episodes, which is what I'm doing now. Tick. Visiting charity shops, so I'm gonna go around different charity shops. The more that support children's charities, the better. And yeah, and source some garments that can be repurposed and used for the dress. So I'm also supporting charities while I'm collecting the fabric, so that's like, yeah, perfect. I'm also going to collect offcuts from projects from the studio. I have different commissions that I've got at the moment. So anything that can be repurposed won't end up in landfill. Not that it would, because I repurpose and use zero waste fabrics everywhere I can, but anything that can be used to be transformed into the finished piece, the better. I'm designing the style of the dress, so I already have a mood board, different ideas, things in my head, but I just need to pick like a silhouette, things like that. And I don't want to make the final decision on that, so I want to sort of come up with a concept, get input from different people who are involved in the project. So then we move on to September, which create the base of the dress. So I want to create the base, have it ready to add to, and it's going to be like an evolving, ever-growing dress. So the more pieces of fabric that I collect, it's just going to get bigger and bigger, hopefully. So yeah, so that's September. Grow the fundraising by spreading the word. School workshops, go into the schools and speak to the children. October, continue building the gown. More community involvement, hopefully. So I'm just going to reach out to as many different communities that I think would be interested in getting involved. And final push for donations, and I'm hoping by the end of October the gown will be complete. I can always add to it later if we come up with some different fabrics and donations and things like that, which October is the busiest time for the life of O'Reilly with Halloween, but I will carve out enough time for Pudsey Couture and we'll make it happen. And yeah, November the gown will be finished and it'll be ready for the appeal night mid-November, I believe, for BBC's Children in Need, and auction the dress, hopefully raise more funds that way, and the documentary finale. So you'll see the whole journey, everything that's happened, and that is the plan. The reason I chose to support Children in Need is because of the amazing work they do. Don't want to get emotional. What really stands out to me with Children in Need is that the money raised goes directly to local communities across the UK. It helps young people that are facing really difficult challenges, and it's a variety of different causes, so whether it's mental health support, disability, or just giving them somewhere they feel they belong. They help young people with such a variety of different challenges. You just need to take a look on their YouTube channel at the different causes that they're supporting. I got really emotional yesterday watching them, and yeah, I just want to help out in any way I can. And as someone whose business is rooted in community, I just love the idea that this project can bring people together locally while ultimately helping children and young people nationally. One thing that really stood out to me was the Pudsey Finds His Voice campaign and the importance of children feeling heard. It reminds me of something I hope Pudsey Couture can do in a different way. Every person that contributes to this gown leaves a permanent mark. And my hope is that every person that contributes can feel part of something bigger, and that their contribution and they really matter. So why a dress? Like, there's many different ways that you can fundraise for charities. And yeah, I just thought I want to do something for children in need, and creative fashion has always been my way of telling stories. I could have organised a variety of different fundraisers or just donated money, but a couture gown is something I can uniquely contribute, and I feel like it's the most authentic way for me to raise money and support for the charity. My hope is when people look at the finished gown, they don't just see a beautiful dress, they see hundreds of people represented within it. Every piece of fabric will have come from somewhere. Some are offcut, the majority will have been donated. Some will have come from garments that would have otherwise ended up in landfill. Individually, each piece may have been seen as having very little value, but when they're brought together with care and purpose, they become something extraordinary. And in many ways, that's what Children in Need does too. It helps young people and children who may have felt overlooked, unheard, or left behind, giving them opportunities, confidence, and support to thrive. I love that there's a quiet parallel between using repurposed textiles and transforming them into something beautiful, and helping young people realise they have value, potential, and a future. For me, sustainability isn't just about reducing waste. It's about recognising value where it always existed, whether that's a piece of fabric or a person. I think everyone deserves the chance to become part of something bigger. I've experienced what it feels like to lose confidence and feel overlooked, and that's one of the reasons this symbolism resonates so deeply with me. Creating something beautiful from materials that may have been overlooked by some people feels like recognising value that was always there. Value isn't determined by first impressions or circumstances. That's true for a piece of fabric, and it's certainly true for people. It's true of communities. I think people naturally want to be part of creating something bigger than themselves, and every donation becomes a permanent piece of the gown. They're not just given money, they're leaving a legacy. And I hope it goes on to tell a story of hope, community, transformation, creativity, and recognising value where it already exists.